What's up, my little dumpsters? Hope you are not besmirching the sanctity of this dump truck. I'm going to use besmirch. It's my word of the day. I'm going to use it in a sentence.
Yeah, go
rolling, besmirching.
Ooh,
I like that.
Welcome to the voicemail dump truck. My name is Jeff Bakalar. It is October 13th, 2022. We are backing up this big old dumpy dump truck to a whole pile of voicemails. Bring it on back. It's fine if you run over a couple feet along the way. It doesn't matter. What do you think would happen? What do you think? You ever have your foot run over by a car?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Not lying.
Doesn't hurt as much as I thought it would.
Does not hurt as much as you thought. But you do get the day off of school when your mom does it to you.
Was that collusion, Jeff Grubb?
That was not collusion. She just felt really bad. And I was like, you did run over my foot. Like, that did happen. And you think it hurt a lot. And I know it didn't. But I do want the day off
I'm
of
going to
school.
play into this. Hell
So,
How long did you juice that?
just that day. I really thought about going longer. But I started to feel bad later that day. I'm like, I was fine. This is all good.
This is a total like Dan Riker moment where it's like, how is your foot not just like a pancake flat jelly kind of thing? Like, remember when
It
they
just
run
already
over,
was.
right? Yeah, remember when they run over like Barf's foot in
Barf's foot,
Spaceballs,
yes.
and it's just like it just becomes a rug.
Barf.
You know, and you're-
Bartholomew.
Bartholomew. Yeah, John Candy's character in Spaceballs. No, not ringing a bell.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to say Bart, and I thought this was a new.
No, his name's Barf.
Okay.
Barf, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the
Yeah.
first thing that came to my mind. Apologies.
He's half man, half dog. He's a Mog.
A mug.
Oh.
He's his
Okay.
own best friend. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. First time I got my foot run over, I was just like, well, that should have been catastrophic, but it wasn't. Weird.
Yeah.
It's happened twice.
All right.
All yesterday.
I got big 707 exit flu is our voicemail number. This is a call-in show. Today we are joined by fellow dumpers Jeff Grubb, Jason A. Stryker, and driving shotgun. That's right. We moved the wheel to the left to the right side of the dump truck for safety reasons. Jan Ochoa.
Hello.
Anybody feeling a little dump rusty, not having dumped last week? I am.
It's
little bit.
It's been a while for me. Yeah, a little stopped up. Let's
Yeah.
get this
What
flowing.
do you take for that?
I don't know. Yeah, cocaine.
well,
Pretty
yeah.
much. Oxycodone.
Lots of that, yeah.
The
Yeah.
good stuff. The good juice.
Right.
So the way this
dump
works,
juice.
we will get through haram juice. We were calling it a lot of haram juice. We were saying a bunch during the Brooklyn trip. I really appreciated that phrase. We were going to get through as many voicemails as we can in the next hour or so. And for every fifth voicemail, the chat gets to decide who's going to get heard from next. That's
thought
right,
you were
707. Yeah, I know. 707 exit flu is the number. I'm trying to think if there's anything else going on in my life where I feel like this is the perfect platform
to dump
just
it.
get that to dump it.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
like-
Niagara Falls.
Ooh.
Whoa. When?
Okay.
Well, I was, so you remember our meeting? Well, I was like, I could do UPF. Here's my idea. And then later that day, I was like, I cannot do UPF, actually. It's because I'm going to leave Friday to drive us to Niagara Falls because my wife's birthday. I went to New York and left her here by herself with our children.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm making it up by taking us there and a little trip. So we're going there this weekend. And
Lovely.
Good man.
I think there's like a boat that you can get on that lets kind of
Yeah.
like drives past. I'm going to do that.
It
I
goes
think,
right
but,
off the cliff there, and yep.
Yeah, it goes right off the
You
cliff.
can
No, you
survive.
got to get a barrel for that.
Oh, barrel. Yep.
I'm like wondering like how close should I let my kids get to like any railings? I'm thinking probably 50 feet away.
That's not. You're thinking of like Superman 3 or something where that's a problem. I don't really.
I think that I always think that we might overestimate how much like safety stuff is there. I think there's a strong chance that there's probably some dangerous railings here and there.
Yeah, I mean, any railing's dangerous when you hop over it. Are you?
I mean,
Have you ever
you
been
met
there?
3 and 5-year-olds, Jeff? You know. Like, that's,
Yeah.
In my youth, have
Yeah.
have you been there before?
we drove past it once when I had to pick up my wife from Toronto airport and to drive her back, and then kind of just saw it briefly, but we didn't like enjoy the sights or anything.
So, are you staying on the Canada side or the U.S. side?
We're staying on the U.S. side because my passport expired. Now I don't want to deal with immigration stuff.
Oh, yeah.
right.
Be
Stay away
careful
from the
driving
floods.
then, actually.
Yeah.
My partner accidentally drove to the Canada side and almost couldn't
Got
come back
stuck?
because she didn't have her
shit.
passport.
Okay,
Accidentally got deported?
I'll Google on Yeti to yell at me and stuff.
Well, also she was traveling with a couple of her aunts from the Philippines, and they were like, "What are you trying to do? Bringing these old Filipino women, trying to bring them back here? You can't do it. Where's their passports? Where's the papers?"
Oh,
Yep.
damn.
And then my partner
that's
talked her way out of it, so it's cool. It's cool.
Cool. Yeah, the last time I went over that border, I it was to go pick her up, and I did have to sit from U.S. side going to Canada for like 2 hours while they just searched my car for any trace of marijuana. Wow. They were positive. They took one look at my drug rug that I was wearing, one of those the hoodies with the thing.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, well, this guy obviously is trafficking drugs into our fine country. And they looked and didn't find anything.
They couldn't find it, huh?
They couldn't find it.
Just weren't brave
Yes.
enough, sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They weren't brave
check your
enough to look where they
hand.
really needed to look. That's right. They didn't check the hand. Yeah. Underneath the Atari speaker hat.
I got
Check
something.
in with me before you go. I have recommendations for restaurants.
Awesome.
around
Thank you.
there.
That's great.
Ooh.
Thanks. I love that.
I got something I want to get off my chest. It's not necessarily like a confession or anything, but a realization.
Mhm.
Jeff Grubb is constantly taking pictures, just constantly, and I had no idea. And Jeff Grubb, you're a tall man, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would assume that someone would notice when you pull out the phone and sneakily snap a pic. But this guy on our little work trip last week, just like snipping and snapping all over the place.
Little snips and
Yeah.
snaps.
Yeah.
Little snips and snaps, y'all. Yeah.
He's
There's some
sneaky.
fun ones. You guys are good candid photo takers. Like everyone's always in good mood or working hard. Like, yeah, it's good stuff.
Freaking
Dog just threw up.
Oh, no.
Marty,
Oh,
no.
incredible.
You gonna
looking
clean it
at
up?
it.
You're just gonna leave it.
You got to look at it. So what's
What do I
the
do?
game time decision here? What do you do?
Oh, you're such
Do
a
you have to deal with it,
fucking
or
asshole,
do you
dude.
dump truck with
Well,
it
I
sitting
mean,
there
like-
the whole time?
Again, the
seeping
waves.
in. It's seeping in the longer I
I know.
wait.
It might
Are you
stain.
What if you just close the door? What if you just close the
It'll
door?
go away.
Yeah, go away.
There you go.
All right.
I mean, Griffin, this is I think a Griffin problem now. Or Dylan, what's your kid's
Dylan.
name?
He's not
I can't
home yet.
remember.
And he wouldn't do
I'll-
shit.
I'll
He wouldn't do
kids name
shit.
Griffin to me.
You
You wouldn't
know?
do shit.
Um,
Okay.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Well,
Here's what
Griffin's
we're
a Boy
gonna do.
Scout now. Griffin could build a birdhouse.
Yes.
To,
A birdhouse.
and proud.
So mad at this motherfucker. I just don't. We trained him to let himself out of the house when he needs to puke, and he's completely disregarded all that training.
Hey, that's just like anyone you tell when they want to puke. It's like, don't do it here, don't do it here. They wind up doing it.
Can't
here.
control
Not
it.
in here, sir. This
Cannot
is a
control it.
Mercedes.
Yeah.
You're just following them around like some sort of like you're trying to catch a ball that doesn't exist. That sucks, man. Fucking blows.
Should we just like look at the voicemail list and then muse about it while you clean this up, or?
Yeah, no. Grub, you pick the first voicemail. Everyone
Yeah, we
take
got
one,
this.
and then I'll be there by the time I get back.
All right.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh,
Man, good luck to
jeez,
him.
that thing just drove right by me.
Watch out, Jason. Watch your foot. Don't let
Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Oh
No, he
God.
gets the day off of school.
Get out of there. Ah, son of a bitch.
it. Got your
Right over
hand.
my hand.
What a dick. Oh, trying to get your face now. What the?
Where the hell were you going?
Wow. All right. I am gonna look at this list and I'm gonna let it all soak in here real quick. That's a pretty good one. I'm gonna go with new bong.
Oh, I needed to pull up the picture of this. Okay.
Well, you could do some.
Hey, what's up, Dumpers? It's Alex from Queens. So last week I broke my bong,
Ouch.
unfortunately, but I ordered a new bong and it's coming today. Just wanted your guys' advice on a name for a new bong. So I'll send you a picture. But yeah, if you can come up with a name, that'd be great. Thanks. Love you. Bye.
Wonder what it looks like.
Ooh, I got a picture of it. I'll pull it up for
Okay.
y'all. But think of bong names in the meantime.
Okay. Yes.
Darth Vapor.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I like that. This is the one that this guy's getting. It does not look like a traditional. Oh no, where did I put it?
I didn't know that you could order bongs like on the internet.
I know.
Internet
Yeah.
or
I'm like,
what?
well, this is a brave new world. But back when I would have
Shit.
been needing bongs, you had to go to water beds and stuff.
Right.
which-
Yeah.
shout out to anybody who knows about wet water beds and stuff. And it's like, yeah, they have water beds, but it's a head shop basically. You're going there to get your smoking utensils. Yes.
Right.
And we get a handful of things there. Let me see.
I suggest instead of Donkey Kong, Donkey Bong.
Okay.
I like that. Bong Ye West. That would have been a good one a couple weeks ago. Not anymore, huh?
Ooh. Yeah.
I need to pull up this stupid picture. Oh, it's because it's a
Is it a
JFIF.
web? Oh, what?
I don't even know what file format this is anymore. I think
just
Google's
says
just
Alex Bong Yellow.
Bong yellow?
Yeah, Bong Yellow's pretty good.
Bong Yellow's pretty
Yeah.
good. I'm gonna name this picture Bong Yellow. This is a fancy bong though that this guy's got.
I suppose if you get it when you should invest, right? Maybe it won't break next time.
This looks like a hydro flask. Actually, can y'all see this? On
Hey, there we
program
go.
view?
Oh, wow,
Oh,
okay.
that is
Look at
some fancy
this.
That
shit.
does.
Looks like
That's
you can
very
industrial
fancy.
boy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is that a screw on?
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I think it's
Can you have
so
attachments?
fancy we should name it Jeffrey Bongalar.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Jeff
the only person
Bongular.
fancy enough to really.
What
we're
about
naming
me
this
and
bong.
bongs?
We're trying to
the
name
bong.
this bong here.
That's a bong.
Yes,
I guess so.
they're different now, right? I'm used to the lighty part
Big
being
glass
down there.
thing. Yeah. Sure.
Right. Like if patchouli became solidified. Like yeah, or yeah. I don't know. This looks like extreme expensive coffee hardware. Is
Right.
what reminds me of the most.
For a second, I thought it
Yeah,
was.
it's like brawn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Damn, that's fucking really nice though. I mean, I don't take bongas anymore, but like, fuck, I might get back into
Damn.
business now with this thing.
What about Bing
How much
Bong?
is it?
The
Bing Bong.
user didn't say.
God damn.
The
Do a reverse
Commander in
image search.
Chief.
Commander in Keef.
Yes.
I like that. Roman Reigns, the tribal Keef as well. That could
Yes,
work.
the tribal Keef. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Acknowledge me, and then that's what you say whenever you take the rip. Yeah.
And then as you blow out, you go ooh.
It looks like an award they would give out at like a weed award show.
Oh,
Like,
I
right.
love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Absolutely.
This looks high tech. I don't get it.
I feel like this
Beautiful.
connects to Wi-Fi somehow.
What a beautiful bong.
Probably does.
I do
did
like
you
the suggestion of Alex Bong Yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bong Yellow is very good.
Yeah.
Did you say Donkey Bong or Bongi Kong?
I did say
Ooh.
Donkey Bong, but then Bongi Kong. Bongi Bong?
yeah, bongy bong.
Bongi Bong? That could work.
Sure.
Yeah. How's the vomit, Jeff? It was clean? You good?
Oh, honestly, it's a good thing I left when I did because
It was
this
becoming
wasn't
sentient.
this wasn't very liquidy. It kind of just came right up.
Oh, okay.
You know, which
Ugh.
probably means he needs to be drinking more water. But that's on
That's
him,
all of
not
us.
me. It's been supplied. So, yeah, thank you for
can you do?
the puke update.
Yeah, Vox Valentine in chat says Bongi Bong and the Funky Blunts.
Funky blunts.
I don't know
Nice.
if that kind of goofy name goes with like the black metal.
Yeah, we're
Right.
working it through. We're definitely working it through. Like there are some funny names you kind of can't do because that thing looks too cool. It looks
Is
too
that
neat.
rose gold? Is that rose gold? It's got as like the trim,
Like
there?
Metal Gear Bong or something? I don't know.
Metal Gear
Yeah.
Bong works.
Yeah.
I still think Darth Vapor is a good one.
Yeah, that
It
kind of fits
actually-
in.
It
Yeah.
actually really
That's the
kind
winner.
of fits with this one.
Yeah, Darth
Yeah.
Vapor's good. I like that. Good shout, Jason.
I looked up some cool names for bongs. John Bon Jovi. Let's see, Puff Daddy, Jay and Silent Bong, Medusa, Arkansas Chugalug. Okay, Bong Burgundy. All right, never mind.
Ooh,
There's no
Bong
gold here.
Burgundy. That's pretty good.
You like Bong? I like Bong
I like
Burgundy.
that.
It does not fit with what we were looking at, but Bong Burgundy.
No.
And then, yeah, you take a hit, and then I'm Bong Burgundy.
Yeah. And you'll read anything.
That would get me every time.
I know what I'm bringing to Game of the Year.
Don't get on a plane with that. You probably can't fly with the bong now, right? Even though it's like almost legal everywhere.
Specifically at JFK, they said do not bring any substances on the plane.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
On the plane. But your check-in
Oh, in your
bag's
undercarriage. In your undercarriage.
I mean, you
That's,
can't get to it in your luggage anyway.
fine.
Yeah, that's just for the plane gremlins.
Right, exactly.
I
That's their
assume that
problem.
every plane has gremlins that just live down there and go through your stuff.
They eat the wires. Yeah, they do all the things you don't want them to do.
Did we talk about coffins on airplanes? Was that here? Was that on Giant Bomb? Or did I hear
don't
that somewhere
know.
else?
I don't recall.
I know it. I know more about
think
that
about it a lot.
than I would like to admit. Unfortunately,
Yeah, they have to
there's
be
always
like
a body on a
stored.
plane.
Yeah,
There's
they have
always
to be
bodies
stored
on
in a
planes.
certain spot.
Yeah.
What,
They're back in the plane.
For religious reasons
Prop 'em
or
up
like
all
what?
Weekend at Bernie style.
Yeah, like what? Like would they have to be in a certain part of the plane for because the plane like accommodates coffins only in this area, or for like religious reasons, or
I don't believe it's for religious reasons. It's because the juices that come out, they have to be put at the front of the plane, facing a
Jesus.
certain way
What?
to proper so that the juices don't all flood in one side.
Like the
Oh,
Because like you know, like
the corpse juices.
yes, the corpse
Yeah.
juices. When you pressurize stuff, like that's why I can't.
Sure.
That's why I can't travel with coffee beans because they'll get Oops, they'll get
Baby
degassed. Oops.
Oh my God.
Bad news.
All falling apart.
Or hoagies.
God is punishing us for this conversation.
yeah. We're sorry. We're sorry.
Sorry, didn't mean to besmirch
Corpse.
anyone.
Corpse juice. That's just
I mean, it's a problem we all have to deal with eventually. I mean,
not us, actually.
we all return to corpse
Someone
juice
else.
eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to pivot out of here. Who did? How many
Yeah.
did we do here? Who
Just
went
one.
first?
One.
Just one, just me.
Just you. Thank God. All right. Jan, you're up.
Well, I accidentally started playing Meatball Sub, so let's play Meatball Sub.
Hey, dudes. I need to talk about meatball subs or hoagies. All right, when I go get a meatball hoagie, I need the amount of meatballs to be an even number. That way, when you slice it, you're not ended up with a half meatball situation on either side.
Mm.
Am I just crazy, or am I right on this? I'm not. I'm full. I need full meatballs on both sides of the sub. I need even amounts.
Okay.
Fuck that half meatball shit.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, y'all have a good one. Best wishes. Bye.
Thank
Thank you,
caller.
caller.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think like 3-3, right? Each side. That sounds fine.
Okay. Well, it depends on the size, obviously. But
I
mean, there's a lot of
like
factors
the
here.
half meatball.
Whoa.
I like when I'm cutting through the sandwich and I'm like, oh, there's the middle one right in the middle of that meatball. I'm going to cut it and it's going to be that tiny little meatball treat. And that's going to be my appetizer for the rest of the meatballs. I like it.
this is straight from a sandwich artist, people. Like
That's
Yeah,
true.
right. I've worked at Subway and that other
Yeah.
Subway after I got fired from the first Subway and then Jimmy John's. I've worked.
Shit.
Yeah, exactly.
that's expert
I like
advice.
cutting the meatball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
There's just so many
Just
factors
says more
involved.
like 2 and 2, and I was thinking more like 4 and 4. So I'm like,
4 and 4,
I got
what
the
kind of
whole
meatballs?
spectrum
Whoa, whoa,
of the human
whoa. How
experience.
expensive are we talking here for
Man,
4
meatball
dog?
sandwich. You're not
Yeah.
thinking about cost. You're just thinking about those spicy
That's
balls.
true. Those spicy balls.
I mean, that's so. It must be such a pain in the ass because, like, you have to tell all these sandwich artists the way you want your meatball sub. You got to say, "Now look, I need you to evenly distribute the balls, or I won't eat this. I won't pay for it. I won't have it."
And they'll be like, well, okay, I don't give a fuck. Get the fuck out of my store.
Yeah,
I'll tell you from
Leave this
experience
Subway,
right now. Be
sir.
like, okay,
Yeah.
then don't eat it. I don't care.
I've never sliced it apart. Like I just go from one end to the other and just eat the entire
Oh,
thing. You know?
yeah, hell yeah.
Just go for it.
That's the executive way to deal with it, I think.
Right.
You know.
I feel like I'm forever haunted by the ultimate meatball sandwich, that ultimate garlic meatball sandwich that Subway did a couple years ago.
Ultimate garlic, huh?
Jason, you had one of these. This was during Game
Did
of
I?
the Year.
I
yeah.
literally
okay.
was about to order one during Sonic 06 today, and then I remembered my wife just went to the grocery store, so I shouldn't order food.
But like I ate one of those and I feel like I still haven't digested it. There was too much garlic, too much butter, too much fake bread, whatever Subway is selling.
Okay,
It was such a ghetto Subway, but it was so close. God
Yeah.
damn.
R.I.P. man. R.I.p. It's
Remember when
gone
Subway
now.
used to have like the newspaper on the wall? Any of you old enough
sure.
to know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Remember
never getting
newspaper?
stamps for your subs.
Yeah.
What do they have on the wall now? Because like I definitely remember like it's the Brooklyn Manhattan Transit, like that
Feces.
sort of thing.
Is
That's what the
it?
Yeah, a
BMT
little bit
sub
of that.
is. Like yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know what's inside a Subway now. I just remember there was a time where their logo was like way different and they just had like old newspaper It looked like old newspaperized wallpaper all over the walls. Yeah, that sounds like it's
great
before your
garlic.
time, Jan. Yeah.
The great garlic. It literally is still in my my checkout thing.
Wow.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Save it for tomorrow, Jeff. Oh well,
Yep.
you're going to Niagara Falls. Get on the way there.
Yeah, but no, you know, a minivan sandwich. Just get that thing ready to go. Just put it there in between the console. Yeah.
Yeah, cup
on
holder.
it.
Just
Yeah.
split your sub in two. Put it in each cup
When they're
holder.
searching
3
my
balls in
minivan
each cup.
for drugs. Yeah.
There you go. That's how you do it.
Offer them the sub.
Yeah, for the, like I said, a great garlic. The perfect thing to hide the smell of marijuana.
Sir, I don't have a passport I can provide you with, but I do
Well, I
have
some
half a meatball sub.
rotisserie chicken covered in garlic, just absolutely smothered.
Okay.
How far into Canada will that get me?
Is it taboo to get vegetables on a meatball sub?
I don't.
What? Okay, don't just say vegetables.
I'm just not
Go
into
through your
those
order.
to begin with.
Okay.
So
I'm talking like, you throw some lettuce or maybe some arugula.
I think arugula and lettuce are fair play.
Okay.
I think the Subway iceberg lettuce is a bit too like crunchy, chewy for a meatball. But I mean, I'm not against it. If you put it on there, I'm gonna eat it.
Okay. I throw some red onions on those bad boys all the time.
Red onion, you could put red onions on anything. Banana peppers can go on there
some
for sure.
pepperoni.
Love me some
Yes.
banana peppers.
would you guys do pickles?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm open to
I do
picks.
that. I do that on my spicy Italian. I put pickles on there.
Oh,
for
that's
sure.
a good
Crazy.
call. Like it.
crazy.
Like
Why
it.
not? Why the hell not? Okay. Turns out I'm hungry, and also turns out it's time for Jason to pick a voicemail.
I am hungry as well, so let's go with another food-related one. Best one-handed food.
Okay.
Hey, Dumplings. It's Matt from Fort Worth. I'm driving home from a gig. It's about 1 a.m. What is the best food for eating with one hand, specifically from Taco Bell? I think my kind of dark horse candidate is the cheesy gordita crunch,
Okay.
because the taco shell adds rigidity, but the kind of pita thing on the outside keeps it from falling apart. But I'd love to hear y'all's take on it, because I want to be home and not sit in the parking lot fucking eating. Anyway, love you, bye.
Love you too.
Love you too.
Yeah, like a crunch wrap, I think would be good too.
Crunchwrap's good.
You know what I miss from Taco
Quesadilla,
Bell?
right?
Yeah.
What do you miss?
The double deckers, which were just
Yes.
oh god, those are the best.
I love that shit. I make my own at home.
I
Yeah,
think
so do I.
it's the quesadilla that they have there, or
Roll it up.
Yeah, you said Crunchwrap Supreme. Is that what you were talking about? Because
that's like the Pentagon looking one.
Right.
Okay, that's actually what I'm thinking of. You're right. That is perfect because it's substantial. Like there's a lot of food there, but it is also very easy to hold with one hand, and you can strategically go in there with your bites to make sure it's not going to begin falling apart at the side before you like work your way down through the middle because of the Pentagon shape.
Exactly.
We cracked this one. We cracked
See,
this baby.
but the problem that I've had with a crunch wrap, even two-handed those bad boys, is when you get to the middle, like the tortilla's structural integrity starts to like kind of unwrap,
Sure.
and then you're getting lettuce spilling out. I'm in favor of ordering a quesadilla and just rolling up that bad boy. Just being a little garbage monster.
If you ask for it uncut, you have to say, "I'll have one chicken quesadilla, please, uncut."
Yes, that's
Au natural.
totally the first thing that someone thinks of.
You say, "comma, uncut."
You just yell uncut at the end of every Taco Bell order. They'll really appreciate that. Yeah.
Be like, "I love my quesadillas the way the Lord intended,
Untouched.
uncut."
Don't mutilate my quesadilla,
Give
please.
this quesadilla a choice.
And then if you don't finish it, throw it in your Smeg fridge afterwards.
Yep, they're good. Okay. Wow.
And
That's a completed circle.
Uncut.
Yep. Uncut.
Very good, gentlemen.
The
Very
burrito's good,
very
too. You can there are a lot of those
Oh, well,
burritos.
yeah,
so
the burritos that goes without saying. Right?
I mean,
Two-handed
there's some,
burritos, man.
there's
I
some
don't
way
know.
too big burritos, but they have some of the
Yeah.
burritos that are just like hand sized, and they really fold the fuck out of those. They like really
True.
like glue them shut. So
What if you want to put sauce on it, like for each?
yeah,
bite?
but if you're driving, you have to forgo. You
Yeah.
just have to forgo. Like
Oh.
listen, I'll
rough.
put hot sauce while driving. I mean, I'm a dangerous man. I like to live
drive with
dangerously,
your
but-
knees. That's what
yeah,
I
obviously
do.
this person wants
yeah.
to be way safer than I am. So
Yep.
yeah, then you just have to go without the sauce.
I mean,
Guys-
you could take a little bit of prep time before you start driving home and then open it up, sauce up that bad boy, seal it
Correct.
back
But
up.
then it's not rolled
That's-
as well. Like I can't do it as well as they can.
That's true. That's true.
I can because I was a sandwich artist, but
That's true. God damn.
I feel bad. Here I am talking like I'm some sort of Taco Bell expert. And if I'm being honest, the opposite is true. I know a lot
Just
about
go.
Taco Bell because of my youth, but I haven't had it in a great
go
deal.
this weekend. Go this weekend.
He's not going to go this weekend.
Probably
Go next
not
weekend.
going to go this weekend, if I'm being totally...
Okay.
It just doesn't...
If I send an
Yeah.
Uber to your house, have them take you, have them kidnap you.
Hey, please, only my kids travel that way.
Home from school when I'm too busy doing a podcast.
What about, Game of the Year's coming up? We take a quick little drive to Pacifica, California, and
Is that a good
visit
one?
the beachfront Taco Bell.
Okay.
It's a Taco Bell cantina as
You
well.
can serve
right?
alcohol there too, right?
Yeah, they got bevs. We can chill out
I'm
on the
there.
beach. You know?
Can't call them Bevs though. That's my mom's name. I can't. Do
Okay.
that.
Drinks.
Thank you.
Sorry, did that bring up bad memories of like the van rolling over your foot?
Yes, exactly.
Didn't mean
Nice.
to. Didn't mean to.
Appreciate
Sorry to besmirch Bev as well.
it. Yeah, of course.
I'm there. I'd love to do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, same.
Sounds beautiful.
Trees
all
was
right.
my grandma's name. So from inside.
One beverage per user. Okay. That was my father's name. Let's do bread at home.
This is a long boy.
Hey, Bombers. So, listening to this or last the Bombcast right before you guys all met up, and I know I need to watch the streams. But so, going back to it, my question, Jan, you just mentioned that you just listened to Kitchen Confidential, read by Anthony Bourdain. That sounds. Now I know the book
Great
that I need to
audiobook.
pick up as an audiobook, since I lost my paperback copy, which I'm very sad about. But is there a celebrity whose passing really hit you hard? For me, it was Bourdain. I grew up watching his shows and stuff like that, read the book. I really need to pick up his other books. But anyone else get like a celebrity that really stands out, especially one that like most people would not expect? And also, Jan, do you still sometimes get the pull of like the restaurant life? Because sometimes I do, and I bake bread at home, delicious, and I'm just like, maybe I just upend my life, become a baker. So, 2 questions for y'all. Anyone who's worked in the restaurant, does the restaurant life ever call you? And then, is there a celebrity whose passing hits you real hard? All right, love you all. Bye.
Goodbye, caller.
Yeah,
Thank
I got a couple.
Love you, caller.
Thank you, caller.
Shoot.
you. Sure.
Mitch Hedberg. When Mitch Hedberg died,
Okay.
Sure.
Also the age. I think he wasn't even 40. That was very
Yeah.
sad. Very sad.
It wasn't like a celebrity you like, oh, wait, they're still alive? Like, it wasn't one of those. It was, yeah,
Yeah,
too young to
Right?
go.
for sure. And I think Robin Williams too. Was,
Yeah.
was
That one hit me pretty hard too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
And then he wasn't a young man by any stretch, but maybe a little bit before his time. George Carlin when he died too.
Okay.
That was
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was super upset when Bourdain passed.
sure.
Love that man. But the one that I think affected me the most was actually Chester Bennington from Linkin Park.
Really? Yeah.
And then we can joke around about Linkin Park and how Mike Shinoda's
can.
into NFTs now or whatever. But like, yo, man, did I wear out my CD of Meteora in the 7th grade?
Hell
Jesus
yes.
Christ.
Hell
That's
yes.
when like in CD books, like you pull out the little front cover and they all have the lyrics before it was just like a sheet or whatever. So here I am with my best friend, like we're just like listening to Linkin Park, like crazy. Oh wait, no, that's from different CD. But like, man, Somewhere I Belong, and then I was like, this speaks to me. Yep, that's right. It's in private school, the 7th grade. That's right. I don't want to say my prayers today.
Satoru Iwata really got me. I'll never get over his GDC speech when he was talking about, like, on my business card, It says I'm the president, and I started my life as a developer, but in my heart, I'm a gamer. And it was just like, oh, yeah, I could tell he's just one of us. I could tell. And then, you know, he was battling cancer there for several years. So it was like, you could feel it like coming, but still, it's just so sad. And he was such a powerful, big figure in games that it really did get me.
Sure. There's lots of wrestlers that I've been, you know, in particularly, you know, like upset about, usually because, you know, they're so young, and I grew up with them, and it's hard. Like Rowdy Piper. I was actually at I think it was a Raw where they did the memorial, and I choked up a little bit, like out in the audience and stuff. And yeah, those guys in particular, I think, and artists, you know, like Prince, Bowie, yeah, those cut. But
Man, I every October when it rolls around, Eddie Guerrero's birthday, I get a tinge of sadness. I'm like, Dominic Mysterio, that's not your father.
I watch Draft Day, the Kevin Costner movie about drafting in the NFL, like pretty much every year now. It's kind of a silly movie, but I like it. Chadwick Boseman is in there, and he's like the movie turns on his character. And when that part comes up, I'm like, oh man, Chadwick Boseman, God, you ruled. And it's it's kind of hard not to feel it right there in that moment.
Yeah, it's oh man, I don't think I'm physically ready to go watch Wakanda Forever. In theaters. Oh fuck. But to answer the caller's other question, I get that call to the wild of working in a restaurant all the damn time.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you miss about?
Mostly just because I like the stress associated with it. And I know that sounds insane.
No, I get that completely and totally. Yeah.
The bombathon was like the closest like dopamine hit of like, yeah, that's right. This thing stopped working. Let's go fix it.
That's good. Yeah.
Short worked an hour ago and I literally touched nothing, but it stopped working. All right.
Yep.
I'd love to have like a coffee cart. It'd be a little neat. Just have a little espresso, pour some Spro for the folks.
I occasionally do like imagine myself delivering again by just being in the car by myself for hours at a time. Delivering food, delivering whatever. But I don't imagine that nearly as much as I imagine myself doing this job while I was a delivery driver. So I think we've things worked out.
Not to discount all the submissions in chat, we could go through a few. Some people said David Bowie, Chris Cornell, Kobe Bryant, of course.
Oh, man.
This is just actually a real upsetting stroll through memory lane here. Phil
It's a series of like a couple years, like a little before the pandemic and a little during. Like, it seemed to be every other week. Something was
definitely
was up.
And I think the older you get, the more you sort of like align yourself, or at least I do this, where you're like, oh, I'm of this person's generation, or I'm of this, and when you see people go before their time, it's a very sobering event. James Gandolfini, who's the uncle of New Jersey. Goddamn. Anyway, let's turn to chat for the next voicemail. They were quick on the trigger. It shows didn't like.
Hey, dumb burritos. This is Josh from South Dakota here. Hey, Jan, I just wanted to say, don't lose hope on the whole Andy Sandberg thing with Hot Rod. I know Hot Rod's kind of an acquired taste, but my wife also used to not like Andy Sandberg very much. But then we kind of got her to come around on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and she already liked like The Office and Parks and Rec, which are kind of similar vibes. And then she kind of came around to Andy Sandberg, and now she enjoys Hot Rod a lot more. But so then my question would be for you guys: what's kind of a person or actor or actress that you didn't necessarily like, that you saw a medium that they were in, and it kind of brought you around to more of their style of acting and humor? All right, thanks, love you guys, bye.
Thank you, caller.
This definitely happened. This definitely happened to me, but I'm struggling to remember who.
I'll answer the first part of their call there. I'm never going to get my partner to like Andy Samberg. I love Andy Samberg. I love The Lonely Island. I loved the new Chippendales. I loved everything that man does. Also, he's from Berkeley, so Yay area. Here we are. She just writes him off completely. She says he has an annoying face, and
Oh, that's
and
not
voice.
fair. That's
Wow, that's
just not
anti-Semitic.
fair.
I'm sorry.
And then like I tried the Brooklyn Nine-Nine thing, but she's vehemently against cops. So like that's not
So very Berkeley. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that show's kind of against cops too, for what it's worth.
That's what I keep telling her. I was like, yo, there's a corgi in it sometimes. What about that? No bueno. It's not working.
You know
All
what movie's
corgis are
amazing?
bastards. Sorry.
Dude, you know what movie I love of his? The Lonely Island guys. What was the one where he? Oh, Pop Star.
Oh,
Holy
never
shit.
stop, never
Never
stopping.
stopping.
Dude, that movie is such an underappreciated gem of comedy.
I have not seen that.
It's so good. I think it's back on Netflix or one of the streamers. It's so
Okay.
good.
Hey, I'm gonna help you out here, Jason. It's overrated, and people build it up too much.
Okay.
Because that's what happened to me.
Alright.
People built it up too much, and I expect too much, and I was like, it's okay. So I think I've watched it again now, knowing what it is. I probably enjoy it a lot more.
I love.
I went into it not knowing a damn thing, and I think
Yeah, I
that
think that
was
would've
like
helped.
the perfect setup for it. And I was just like, "Oh wow, this is highly enjoyable." I'm trying to think. There's a ton. I'm trying to decide which ones I want to say.
do a couple because I don't know if I have one. Shit. I'm really struggling.
What's his? I don't want to say that movie. Fuck. What's his name? One of the Chris's.
Okay, Josh Groban. I was like, I
Groban?
didn't have any. Groban, whatever the fuck.
Groban.
Bon?
I don't. You know what? Honestly, I don't care.
No,
I
it's
was
fine.
like-
I've just never heard anyone say it that way. Like,
It's a new
Groban?
breed. It's a
I
new
think it's
strain.
Josh Groban. I thought it's Josh Groban.
You
I don't
raised
know.
me up, right?
Yeah, I just thought he was like some like silly crooner, and I didn't really care. And then he like shows up in Tim and Eric, and he does these really hilarious skits. And I'm like, this guy rules. He's got a sense of humor. I'm into it. So now when his songs come on, I don't immediately turn them off. I'm like, this is nice. I like this guy.
Oh, what's his face?
now I forgot the spirit of the original question.
Actor, actress you don't like, but then you saw them in something else, and you're like, oh, okay, maybe I do like them. You know what it was?
Roger.
I got it. I did not like Adam Sandler for the longest time. I hated Adam Sandler for the longest time.
And then back wore a shirt.
No, you know what it was? You know what movie finally got me to switch? Fucking.
Wait. Can I guess?
You'll never get it.
Punch Drunk
Little
Love.
Nicky.
No.
Little Nicky.
Little Nicky's a weird guess, but I love it. Well, like, what's the context? You got it. He's made a couple
Recent.
movies.
It's
so-
one of his more recent ones.
Is it
I
a
hope it's
Netflix
not
one?
Fucking,
Yes.
Is it a Halloween one?
Is it?
Yes, Jason, it is.
Ah, shit.
That's the worst answer possible.
Oh no.
I saw Hubie Halloween.
What?
And then because you know all of his friends are in it, I saw that and I was like, this guy's just silly, he's just having a good time.
He takes care of the homies. Okay, I see.
And then I saw like they did a sketch when he like hosted SNL, and then everyone was just being Adam Sandler and doing the like his weird thing constantly. I was like, yo, I'm so sold on this guy that my partner and I afterwards whole weekend all Adam Sandler films, and then I just sat there.
That sounds like a good time.
I just
love
sat
how,
there
like-
and I just basked in the brilliance, and I'm like, this guy is a genius. Adam
guy gets
Sandler
better.
is amazing.
It gets better and better the further we go back in time.
And this guy, like, his fit has not changed. It's always like the loose basketball shorts, the too big of a polo. But yo, and then like, okay, I did work backwards, right? So I went from Hubie Halloween, and then I saw Uncut Gems, and then all of the Hotel
What a weird
Transylvanias.
What a weird way to ingest Adam Sandler.
And then
Okay, Hotel Transylvania is pretty good.
yeah, I'm bummed out he wasn't in 4 now. And then, you know, we rolled it back further. I'm like, wow, oh my God, 50 First Dates is probably one of the best rom-coms of all time. And then we got to Little Nicky.
Good movie.
And then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad that goes the same way.
Yeah.
I'm glad the same reaction to that movie happens no matter which way you're going on the Adam Sandler Turnpike. Like,
But then I was like, yo, this guy has all the same people in his movies. This dude cares
His friends.
about the homies.
Yes.
yeah.
So I'm like, all right, Adam Sandler and I, we share the same values.
He, like,
Homies
he doesn't
and
just
making
have him
odd
in his
noises.
movies. Yeah, he like gets them their own movies. What's that game developer movie? It was a Happy Madison
Grandma's
production.
Boy.
Grandma's Boy. Yeah, that was just like him getting his friend a movie. Like, yeah, sure, why not? I love that part too.
Because I kind of wrote off the Kevin or the Adam Sandler universe because one of my best friends, he knows every single line from Mall Cop 1.
Yes, I was hoping we were going down the Kevin James route. All right, yes.
And then I just remember, like, you know, the second to last time I stayed at his place, he was like, "You want to watch a movie?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Throws on Mall Cop. He knows every single word to this movie.
That's insane.
Subtitles off. He's not reading it. And then he's looking at me as he's reciting the movie. And not just Kevin James's lines, everyone else's lines.
How old was your friend when that movie first came out? Like, did it just leave that much of an impression? Was he like 12 or?
Oh God, when did Mall Cop come out? Because we're the same age.
Okay, man, I don't think that's gonna be 12.
When did
That's
this come
fucked
out?
up.
09. So like we were like 17, 18.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah, a lot of you can watch a lot of
still-
movies when you're 17.
That's
there are
still
movies,
not great.
There are movies when you're well. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, I thought you were gonna say, 9, 10 years old.
I'm not that young. I'm not that young.
What do you think of Wedding Singer? That's probably my favorite Adam Sandler
Oh,
movie.
amazing. A lot of the films too may not have aged super well.
Sure, comedies they rarely do.
Jack and Jill? No.
Dude,
Don't
that was
watch
Dead
it?
on
Oh,
Arrival,
my.
dude. I got news for you. Like,
Yeah, that did not age well. Like a minute later.
Yeah. Oh, there's Adam Sandler's in a movie with Andy Samberg, and
yeah,
that
that's
is
my boy.
Oh no, don't watch
my
that one
boy.
either.
No.
That's a
see-
no-go zone.
See, Jen, when you start from the beginning with Adam Sandler, like we knew these things. These were landmines that we knew to step over. We were like, oh well, we got to just clearly walk over the Jack and Jill because you're just
We had
when you
learned our
walk
lesson.
backwards. Yeah,
We had been
you
through
walk
many
backwards
Little
like
Nickies
that.
at that point. Yeah, absolutely.
Totally.
I liked Little Nicky a lot when it came out. I'll just admit it here. The person, Easy Peasy in chat says, when you're 17, you should know bad movies. And no. That is like
No.
prime Boondock Saints
Oh,
is my
yeah.
favorite movie of all time.
Yes.
For, like years.
Correct.
Is
Correct.
17.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. That's right.
You guys should watch Hubie Halloween. It's a good movie.
No,
I'm
that's-
going
is-
to watch
it is
Hubie
pretty
Halloween.
Thank you, Jason.
It's messed up.
50.
It's
You're right.
alright.
50 First Dates does have like it is like my wife loves that movie. I think mostly because it's Hawaii, but it's got its moments.
Can I share y'all a new Valentine's Day tradition my partner and I have started
you
doing?
have to.
Yes, please.
Every Valentine's Day, before the nice dinner or after the nice dinner, we sit down and watch an Adam Sandler movie together.
Aw.
It's going to be
Quite a
together
tradition.
forever because there's so many of them. And Netflix ain't going to stop putting them out.
Yo, where's Grown Ups 3? I need Grown Ups 3.
It'll happen. Just
It's for
like,
they're too
even if
busy
they
for all
don't
the
do
success he's given them.
Yeah.
They can't go on vacation again.
Oh
Film
man,
a movie.
Why couldn't he be in Hotel Transylvania 4? I was heartbroken.
Too expensive. He's too expensive.
They got Selena Gomez and Andy Samberg in it, and all his other friends.
Yeah.
Guinea Tartakovsky didn't direct the fourth one, right? Like he
I
did,
don't
did the
believe.
first three.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
look.
think I've seen the fourth one yet.
Yeah, no, I didn't even know there was a fourth one. I'll be honest.
Morbid 478 says, when I was 17, I thought Donnie Darko was the best movie of all time. I mean, that's
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
That's
good.
in that camp. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a pretty good thing.
It's
to-
like it's
to-
yeah,
to
it's
say.
good, but like you're gonna go watch it today, and you'll be like, okay, yeah,
I've watched
sure.
it recently. I think for its like
Right
to me,
For its-
Donnie Darko is truly in its own like little capsule, in its own little bubble. If it was always 2001 and that movie came out in the context and sort of like how that movie came out, you would think it is pretty groundbreaking. And look, 21 years later, that movie doesn't have the same compelling sort of thing, but
Yeah,
it
it
is
doesn't
still
have the same
good.
impact.
I
It's
still
a
think it is
finely
a
made
good film.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't
You
mind
know?
it at all.
Yeah,
I
same.
think it's good.
Okay.
And I
my
celebrate it.
my selfish hope. This is what I want. This is what I need to happen in my lifetime. I need Adam Sandler to join the Wes Anderson troupe of actors and
Oh,
actresses.
that would be a really good fit. That would be
Because
really
He's a
good.
safety boy now, though.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
I don't know if they can hang out in the same gangs.
that's true.
Right,
That's
there's
true.
a lot of
Different
conflict
trailers. I need it though. Can you
Someone
imagine?
needs to do I'm sure someone already did this, but like I would love to watch like the sort of like web cluster, right? Where you're in the Wes Anderson gang and you're in like the Safdie gang, right? Like there's
The
all these
Coen
little
brothers
sort of,
gang.
yeah,
Oh,
exactly. So like I'm
yeah.
sure
Bill Murray
that
connects
there's
like
only
those two. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I'm sure the degrees of separation are really small, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's him though.
It's not.
Because
That's why.
you know. Yeah, it's interesting. I'd love to see
It'd
it.
be. It would be really good though. I
Oh,
would
apparently
really,
they've tried before, according to Propaganda Panda. Just make it happen.
You know, did you go all as far back as like his SNL stuff? I'm curious.
Oh yeah. I went on an emotional journey. I became very invested in his friendship with Chris Farley.
This is my favorite thing about you, Jan.
Sure.
Actually, everything you're telling me about Adam Sandler,
Yeah,
your relationship to Adam Sandler. This is my favorite
Kinda
thing
great.
about you.
And then,
Kinda
like,
great.
you know, I rewatched the like little tribute song thing he had a couple years ago, and I was like,
sure.
oh my god,
How do you not cry? How do you not cry?
Exactly. And then I downloaded all of his Hanukkah specials, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm ready
Did
to
you get
ring
the
in
early
the
comedy
holidays.
albums.
No, I did not want to go that far.
Yeah, don't do that.
Really?
I think they're all
think
gonna
it's
laugh
fair.
with you. Like,
Still okay.
yeah,
they're good, but they don't hold
They're
up
good.
in that way.
no,
Yeah.
but they're good. Yeah, medium pace. Yeah, you know.
Right.
I think the thing that my partner also forgets is how much of like Hollywood comedy was ruled by SNL alumni.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure.
Because she was like, wait, what? That person wasn't on SNL? I'm like, yo, all of these motherfuckers were on SNL.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Even
And it's gonna
previous
be that way
generations,
forever.
You know?
SNL's gonna
Yep.
rule comedy forever.
Yep.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe not.
I really like Kenan
SNL's
Thompson.
tough now. The SNL seems very hell bent on like doing like meme comedy. You know, like taking like internet culture and turning it into a sort of like
That's where a lot of the stars come from, right? They get them from online now. Yeah.
Kinda.
I don't know.
I mean,
maybe do their own
I
thing.
think of it a lot for some reason, probably because my brain chemistry is broken, a lot like wrestling, where it's like, yo, just put this person over, just use them more. You have them. Yet like they're just like waiting in the wings. And then every time they do come out, it's like a big pop, but they just want to rely on the same 5 or so people and Kate McKinnon. Not to besmirch Kate McKinnon. Love
No,
Kate
I think
McKinnon.
she's off the show
She's
now.
trying.
She's
Yeah.
the last
Yeah, she left.
so she's gone too.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Wow, that's a lot more Adam Sandler time than I budgeted for.
Was not anticipating that.
I was
So-
prepared.
we do only have roughly a half hour left here, so let's kick it back around. I mean, look, the new Adam Sandler podcast that we'll produce comes out in January, so
Right.
stay tuned. Hosted by Jan Ochoa.
Adam Chandler. It's already there. It's already there.
Good lord.
It's already there.
Well, we've
Thought about
already
it a lot.
Oh
my God,
filming 40s.
we've already started the conspiracy that will take place where all these circumstances will come together and result with Adam Sandler on Giant Bomb. He's the right demo. Grub.
Yeah, I'm here, and I am
You're up.
ready to choose. The one that is speaking to me is 1,000 burritos.
That's a lot.
Hey, do you think you've eaten 1,000 burritos, like in your lifetime? Okay, thanks, bye.
Fucking
Give
great
it back.
question.
I've lived in San Francisco for a number of years, so yes, absolutely. I can't tell you how many lunches I had that was just a fucking burrito from the.
And this is
Burrito
like burritos, like fusion burritos as well, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm opening the calculator.
They all count.
Yeah, I do, Grub. I'm way ahead of you, dude. Okay, little
right,
back
let's-
of the napkin math here. I've
Yeah,
been
a little
alive for
back of the
roughly
computer's math. So
14,600
let's say-
days.
Okay, so there's 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
Let's say, and this is maybe generous and maybe accurate, that I go to get a burrito once every other week. I think it might even be more than that.
That's generous.
I don't think so. I really like burritos.
Okay.
So and then I didn't start eating burritos till I was like basically out of high school. So that's like 20 years. So I'm gonna go 20 times 20, and we're gonna get 400 burritos.
See, I
That's not 1,000.
I divided
not 1,000.
14,600 by 60, assuming I have one burrito every 2 months,
Sure.
and that's
Every
only
2
243.
months?
All right, but fine. So even if I have one a month, which I think is overestimating, I love burritos too. Don't get me wrong, but even at one a month, I'm not even at 500 burritos.
Well, see, the problem
I
here...
bet I am at 500 burritos. Actually, honestly, I probably am 500. Because there was a time where I was eating a burrito like
a minute,
3 times a week.
Right, and don't forget, you don't have your first burrito unless you are around an environment where like that's part of your culture. But like you don't have that until you're like maybe 6. Right?
I had a handful as a kid and stuff like that, like when we'd go out to restaurants, but it was not like part of my regular rotation of meals. And when we would go to Don Pablo, I would get the fajitas because I wanted that sizzling plate. It was fun to like look across the restaurant and see a sizzling plate, but I'm going to get the fajitas. So, and that's not a burrito.
It's not until I account for a burrito once every 2 weeks do I even come close to the 1,000 mark, which is 973. And I just don't know if I'm there, gentlemen. I just don't know.
I'm at 1,200 just based on my 8 years in San Francisco.
Hell yes.
Yeah. Hell yes.
If I lived in San Francisco, I would definitely be over 1,000. That's basically all I would have eaten.
Yeah.
I was there, yeah.
Exactly, because, Jason had the blessing of being surrounded by burritos.
Yeah,
I was
they were
born
all
in this shit. Raised by it. I think I've been eating burritos since I was 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you've had 1,000
31
for
minus 5. That's 26 years of eating burritos. That's probably 26,000 burritos. There was the ill-conceived idea when I was trying to lose weight in my early 20s, and a friend suggested you should just go on the burrito diet. Your only meal is a burrito. And then I thought, that's a fantastic idea, friend, that is not a dietitian or a medically licensed person. And then I was like, you know what? For a good 2 weeks, I did only eat one burrito a day. And I did lose weight, but then I realized it's because I'm just dieting at that point.
You're just having 800 calories a day.
Yeah.
You're doing the, what was the intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah. Inadvertently.
All I'm hearing here is a good idea. That's all I've heard so far.
You get all your food groups in a burrito too. And if you get the spinach tortilla, that's extra vegetables there.
Sure.
And you get your peanuts because they make those tortillas in peanut oil. So yeah, let's do this thing.
9 out of 10 nutritionists agree a burrito-based diet is the way to go.
May I share my sad Valentine's Day story?
Is it the same? Definitely. Is it in the same universe that there's Adam Sandler movies happening?
This is pre the Adam Sandler in my brain renaissance.
Got it. Renaissance.
In college, my high school girlfriend dumped me, and then I found out she started seeing someone else.
Wait. You were in college and you were dating someone in high school?
Yes.
Jan.
That's okay for 1 or 2 years, I think.
This is before Me Too.
So I'm broken up with, freshly single. I don't know a world of being single in early college. Valentine's Day, it's raining. I go to my favorite taqueria, and then Senor Alberto rolls up and is like, "Hey, you know what? I gave you an extra burrito, Jan, because I've seen you come in here with your girlfriend before. Give one to her on Valentine's Day."
Oh no.
And then it's too fresh.
I did eat them both.
Yes! You're right. That is a very sad story. I love it.
That is truly sad.
I sat in my car as the rain was coming, just sobbing and eating a burrito.
Were you trading bites?
Yeah. I was in double fisting, or just one at a time.
I just see Jan
oh man, we've all been there. The 2 burritos.
Listening to Linkin Park also. Oh my god.
This will get me out of this rut.
Chester, help me.
I'm glad Adam Sandler came to save you.
Yeah,
yes,
see, this is the world I live in now. Yeah.
Yep.
I bet you are a happier person now that you've embraced Adam Sandler.
I think so. So. I've let go of most of the hatred in my heart now.
Yeah.
You net out a positive. Right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I want you to pick the next voicemail then, Jan, after that truly sad bastard story.
See, that could have been my villain origin story, but I turned it around. Anything is possible, folks at home. What is the tiredness?
Hey, Dump Crew, Josh in Burbank here. We have a 7-week-old baby daughter.
Congrats.
And being a new parent is, you're very, very tired. I know we got a couple of dads in the crew. I think in week 2 or 3, I was so tired that I pooped in the toilet and then stood up without wiping and walked away. Flushed, and I walked away and didn't realize I hadn't wiped until about 20 minutes later.
Oh, no.
When I made a very unfortunate discovery. So the question is,
Yeah, I'm sure.
what's the thing that happened to you when you were the tiredest that you were willing to talk about on this show? Okay, thanks, love you, bye.
Great
Not the
question.
drunkest,
Thank you, caller.
not the, okay, all right.
No.
The most
Just
tired.
tired. Just tired.
Sleep deprivation, you might as well be wasted. They're kind
Yeah,
of
it's
the
basically the
thing.
same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I worked at the Kroger warehouse, and it was filling pallets of orders to go to the Kroger stores. And so you just have the pallet and you're pulling it around. There's guys in forklifts. I was not one of those guys at this time. And so I'm carrying this thing around, and it's like exhausting work by the end of the day. So I was being like, that job made me tired, and then also I stayed out the night before. And so I was just being kind of careless, and I turned back around to put something on the hand cart, and I just stepped on there, and it slid, and my legs kind of did the splits, and I believe the doctor described it as a torsion in my right testicle.
That sounds great.
And it was not pleasant, and it was it just hurts, and I still can every once in a while still feel it to this day.
Oh.
Every once in a while on a cold day
When a storm is
rainy
coming,
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
barometer.
It's like, yeah, exactly. It's handy in that way.
Yeah. Uh-oh, it's going to rain. Grub's doing that thing again.
Grub looks like he's grimacing for no particular reason. Again, just leave me alone.
Storms are coming.
Please. Just leave me alone.
This kind of reminds me of a time that I was working not an intern job, like a temp job at a warehouse. I'm not sure if I told the story before or not, but I got on one of the forklifts to run to the back of the warehouse to grab a pallet or two of something.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
And it was in a smaller section of the warehouse, and I didn't realize that it was kind of low clearance. And the top of the fucking forklift smashed into the wall. Yeah, I got in trouble for that. They didn't fire me.
You didn't get fired. All right.
I didn't get fired. No, they were just very upset with me, and I was just like, I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry. Maybe I'm just tired. I don't know. That's all I got.
Jan?
That was very embarrassing.
Sounds like it.
I think just like I missed my mouth when I was like trying to drink some water once, and it just like dribbled all over me.
Yeah.
And then, because you're so tired, it's like, it's either you just take your shirt off and change, just take your shirt off, or just sit in your wet filth. And I just chose to sit in my wet filth.
Ooh.
I was like, I can't do anything else right now. I'm over.
I've done this twice, and you feel like you would not do it again after the first time, but I have done this twice. I haven't done it in a while, but I've got into the shower with my clothes on.
Oh, I've done that with glasses.
I've done that with my socks.
Oh my God.
That's weird.
Yes.
Did you finish the shower? Or did you take them off?
I took them off and just threw them on the floor outside.
Yeah,
but,
right? What do you know?
Like, what am I going to do at that point? Bring them out?
Be professional, showers like Grub can with the wearing the clothes.
And he stayed in his clothes afterwards.
Made it look easy.
For
a
long time. Yeah, it was no problem. You got to do what you got to do. Honestly, I was so sweaty from the Gizmo outfit, it was a bit of a relief.
Yeah, there was some sweat happening. For a brisk fall day, there was some sweat.
Grub was moist. Good Lord.
I still remember like the face that Will made when he helped me unzip, and it was just like a sauna just attacking him.
Yeah. He's like, oh, wow, that's a bunch of grub right now.
Yeah, Emily did seem a little panicked about how wet you were and that you were just going to sit on the couch for a while.
Yeah, right next to her. And listen, I making people uncomfortable is what the bombathon is all about. So I was proud to be a part of that.
We're pushing boundaries with the bombathon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Certainly. All right, very good. Jason, your turn, my friend.
Still hungry. Let's go. Last meal.
Last meal.
It's John from Virginia. Tomorrow, I've got a medical procedure, and of course, I have to sign paperwork that says, yo, there's a chance you might die, even though the chances are like super low, and knock on wood, it's not going to happen. In thinking about that, though, tonight, it's like, well, what am I going to do for dinner? It could be my last meal. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll probably just have like a bacon cheeseburger or something. What would you have as your last meal if you knew it was coming, just in case? Thanks. Love you guys. Bye.
Thank you, caller. I hope you call back after your surgery, and I hope it goes well.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah,
you're gonna be great.
That.
Yeah.
Give me a Chicago style pizza. You know, with sauce on top.
Really?
That is my absolute favorite thing in the world. I would love that, even if it was my last meal.
2 burritos, but the second one has to be free and given out of pity.
Pity burrito.
The most tasty of all burritos, the pity burrito. Right now, it is probably that Cleveland barbecue place that Mike Minotti took me to when we went to the wrestling show a few weeks back. They had a really good vinegar-based barbecue sauce that it's
nice.
I
like that.
It was real good. I keep thinking about it, and I need to go down there and just get a bottle and buy it.
We
have it at my home.
used to do that whenever we'd come back from E3. We would drive, and there was a place called Dr. Hoggly Woggly's that Dan and I would stop at, and I would get like a quart of their fucking barbecue sauce that they sold. Here in town, they have a place called Lockdown, which does barbecue stuff, and they've got probably 10 different sauces, and they sell you like a glass bottle of it, and you can reuse it, bring it back in, they'll refill it. It's
cool.
Fuck yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
so
neat.
badass.
That's nice.
Hoggly Woggly.
Dr. Hoggly Woggly.
Dr. Hoggly
Dr.
Woggly.
Hoggly Woggly. He didn't go to 7 years of barbecue school for you to call him Hoggly Woggly.
Fucking
It's Dr. Hoggly Woggly.
I'll put respect on Doctor's name. Thank you,
I'll
Doctor.
put it on his name. You know, all this talk about last meals, I feel like given the opportunity to pick a last meal, like what always runs through my mind is like, how in the fuck are you even hungry enough to eat? Like, if you know it's your last meal, how do you even eat? Like, how do you do it? I couldn't do it.
This is where we're different. This is just where we're different. I'm like,
I would just be like,
my
I'm
life's
dying.
falling apart. You know where you could find me? In the corner of a Chipotle, silent eating a burrito with a Coke
burrito.
Zero, and just like, this 6 minutes of bliss where I'm just left alone while I eat it. I've said the 6 minutes of burrito before. That's true. It's a true timing thing. Yeah, just
So that's,
time out from
like
life.
where to find you in the Armageddon is like you're in McDonald's, just being like,
not I mean, it's got to be a
Chipotle.
burrito. It really does have to be.
sure,
a
sure,
burrito.
sure.
Now, do
Pick
you
your
get
poison, that's
guac
fine.
on this burrito knowing that it is extra? Like, does the burrito order change because it's your last burrito?
Oh yeah. You do go all out. Although my burrito order has changed because I'm a little bit allergic to lactose, so I no longer get sour cream and cheese. So the guac has to go on there to give me the contrast between the hot and the kind of cool, creamy.
Okay.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah. Long story short, I kind of just don't have an answer. I would guess I would just eat like lobster tails and
I was gonna say lobster.
fillets, like that kind of thing, but also stare at it because I can't eat it because I'm freaking out too much.
You'll get hungry anyway.
Anyway, that's what it's like inside my mind. I'll pick the next one then. We did bread already. We did a thing of bread. Fallen out of favor.
Sub Dumpers, it's Sam in Colorado. I miss Batman combat. Batman Arkham combat, I guess, specifically. What's a design trend that has fallen out of favor that you think deserves like a fresh take?
Thank you, caller. This is the one video game email
Caller?
or voicemail.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
Thank you, caller.
Fallen out of favor.
I think. I mean, rhythm games, like instrument-based rhythm games. I kind of was hoping we would keep iterating on it past DJ Hero, and they're kind of like, no, we did DJ Hero, so we're done. I think I really like Donkey Konga, I like Guitar Hero and Rock Band, all that stuff. I want them to just keep going and find new, crazier instruments to do that stuff with. Like, let's get the accordion, let's get some I don't know, the CTAR and stuff. Let's make it happen.
I feel like we said goodbye to bullet time for good in a weird way.
Oh,
like I
yeah.
kind of want that more of that.
Yeah.
Well, it's called Witch Time now in Bayonetta.
Right. They've just rebranded it, right? Like, but I would like another Max Payne. Like I would like that again. You know, I think we're well overdue for MP4, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I don't know, like the advent of like Xbox Live has not stunted but kind of soured me on massively multiplayer online games. What I really miss is like a PSO, where it's not quite to that scale. It's just like you're in a room with 4 other people, you use symbol chat, and that's really about it. Not a lot of talking, just just crude motions with your symbol chat.
Hell yeah.
Because that was a little, for me who's got like super bad social anxiety, like crippling, it was a much easier thing to swallow.
Fair.
The smaller scale. You get me in a room with like 100 people, fuck no, I'm out. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe, like a kinder, gentler online multiplayer experience.
Yeah, I think what's one of the things I liked about Rocket League was the almost all the communication just happened in.
What a save!
What a save! Exactly, those D-pad entrance. I love that. So, I don't know. I think like Z targeting is one where I'm surprised it isn't used even more. I know there's like lock on now where it's like it is just like you clicking the button and now you're just locked on. I kind of like the more active part of like, no, game is built around Z targeting, but that's still a lot of games have something similar to that.
What's the difference between Z targeting and lock on?
I think lock-on is just it is more passive. Like you hit the button and it's like, okay, the game's just going to take care of it for you. Yeah. Z targeting feels like you're holding down Z and you're in there, and it's just, I don't know. To me, it feels a little bit more active. But it's just a small distinction with a very little difference, honestly.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Okay.
I think I just miss Nintendo kind of being weird with everything. Like I loved all of the gimmicks that came out with the Nintendo DS and 3DS subsequently. Like the Spirit Tracks thing of having to stamp your little doodad to like solve some of the puzzles, or like I thought it was super sick in that one Sonic DS game when you'd start on the bottom screen, you'd run through a loop and then hit the tippity top screen. Wild shit. Blew my mind as I was watching Mall Cop.
Oh God.
I don't know. And then the other kinds of rhythm games, like Elite Beat Agents, stuff like that. I wish we got 50 more Elite Beat Agents.
Yeah. Oh my
definitely.
God. And like they could have just kept doing it with the cover songs too, because those covers are really good in Elite Beat Agents. I really like those.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, you have our list. Get to work. Chat was next, and they chose Colander.
Weirdos.
Hey, it's Matt from Birmingham, Alabama. When you use a colander, like when you're making pasta or whatever, are you supposed to dump the pasta out into the colander in the sink to drain it, or do you put the colander over the bowl when you drain it out? You kind of drain it out in one go? Because I've seen more and more people doing it that way, and it's kind of fucking me up. Thanks. Bye.
Well, it depends on like what you need the colander for, right? Like if the point is to like remove pasta from a boiling pot and then do something else with the pasta in the pot, well then you don't want the water there anymore, right? So I think it's situation specific, right? Or am I crazy?
That sounds right.
No, yeah. Sometimes you want to save the pasta water depending on the dish, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I will do what the caller suggested the second time of putting the colander over the pot and then using that to tip over as like a little safety net.
Right.
So you don't lose any loose nudes.
When I make loose nudes. Here's what I do. I'm having trouble following you all because I'm very stupid. When I make ramen occasionally for my daughters, they really like the instant ramen. They don't want it with the water, and I don't want it with the water's hot and stuff. Let's just get it. They just want the noodles. They just want to get straight to those noodles. So I just put the colander into the sink, and then I pour the whole thing into there, and then all that's left in the colander is the noodles. and then I put it in the bowl for them, and I give it to them, and we're all set. Is that crazy, or what's the issue?
No,
that's perfectly fine.
That's the way it's done, I think.
Cool.
You could be using that pasta water to make pasta popsicles.
Yeah, I'm sure they'd
you
love
take
that.
that pasta water.
I'm sure they would. Yes, absolutely.
Yep.
A little bit of a
You
little
could-
quick hit of sodium. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you could put them in an ice tray and then use those ice cubes to water your house plants because they'll be infused with like the pasta essence that they'll fortify and become stronger.
Yeah, same thing with like your hair too. You wash your hair in it, and it becomes like very noodly, very
Learning
stringy.
a lot today. Learning a lot.
Yeah, you become
two people chat both said posticles at the same time.
Good. Water your plants with the pasta juice, and all your plants will develop a thick.
It's
Italian
got what
accent.
plants crave.
Real talk though.
If
you're washing rice before you cook it, save the rice water, y'all. Use that to water your plants. I'm not pulling anyone's leg here.
No, I know.
You guys
I know.
put your phone
Water's
in
water.
it, it'll draw the water. The rice water will draw the other water out of your phone. So it's going to be very important.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's like oil and water. Yeah. Separates.
Plants don't discriminate. Use that water. They don't care, right? They don't care. All right, let's see how many we can do in about. I gotta go pick this little dude up. So maybe like 15 minutes. Grub, you're up.
All right. Let's do feats of strength.
Yeah.
Hey all, I'm out for a hike because I'm training for a 25-kilometer hike race this Saturday. I was wondering, what's your greatest feat of strength? Could be one that you've already accomplished or one that you'd like to in the future. If I don't die on Saturday, mine will be this. Also, if you could make this podcast like 4 hours long, that'd be great because I'm going to be walking for quite a while. All right, thanks, bye.
Thank you,
Not
caller.
today. Sorry.
We got to go
luck.
pick up little guy. Sorry, buddy. I remember the one that I know impressed my friends the most was when I picked up Steve. Steve was one of our sort of tangential friends. He was never one of our real friends because I could tell he was kind of a shithead. Yeah, Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of a shithead, so I kind of kept him at arm's length. But whatever, he occasionally would show up when he would like show up with other people, and he was a big boy. He was a bigger boy, and we got in like a little bit of the play fighting. And I picked him up over my head, wrestling style, and not like gorilla bench press or anything, but up over here, over my shoulders, and then dropped him to the ground. And everyone's like, "He's so big! How did you do that?" I'm just like, just pick him up. It's all good.
Adrenaline, man.
Yeah, adrenaline. Exactly. I'm like, listen, shitheads weigh nothing to me. Like they're all very light. I could just
That's what I learned over the trip. Is that Grub is the muscle of Giant Bomb.
That's right. Yes.
Oh yeah. Linebacker for real.
Yeah, that TV's still just sitting where I left it because I'm like, it's heavy. It's in
No,
my
please,
family
it's
room
when
now.
you carried the hotel on your back.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't get 5G in like the little millimeter we're in. Thank you for pushing the whole hotel.
Exactly. I push that G closer to y'all. That's what I do.
Good.
My feat of strength is forgiving. There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
What a call-out.
Sometimes your homies like they wrong you, and then you gotta take the high road and be like, you know what, dog, it's fine, whatevs, it's cool.
Right. You could hold on to a grudge forever, but you're so strong that you can let go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
Right. Powerful stuff.
I'll let this trauma weigh on me and only me. That is how I will
Amen,
get us
sister.
out of this. Man, I got nothing like actual strength. There's nothing I can brag about.
Have you ever like body checked someone playing hockey that they just flew?
There's been like sports moments that are notable for sure, but they are not exactly feats of strength. They're more just like.
Okay, give us feats of prowess on the ice rink. Have you done any triple dekes? Any flying Vs?
You get hit with a knuckle puck before?
Yeah.
And that was my biggest accomplishment, getting hit with that puck.
It's the strongest hockey move, right?
Took it right in the face. No cage. No, I don't know. I mean, I've had a couple great games, 5-point, 6-point games, but like, hat trick once, just once.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, look, in men's league, okay,
sure,
not the pinnacle of athleticism, but nevertheless, things I can think back on proudly. Jason,
I have very spindly arms. They're not good for strength stuff. I'm good at keeping secrets. That's a strength, right?
Yeah, strength.
And there we go.
I know some juicy stuff
On all of us.
Come out.
Got all of
Not
us.
past these lips.
Not worried at all. He would never say. He'll never tell.
Yeah.
Never tell.
All right, your secret's safe with us. Let's do Jan. Pick one before we have to go.
New music.
Yo, Dumpster Roonies. This is Cincinnati Eric reporting in from my laboratory. I got into work early this morning and I started listening to a recent podcast and talking about Blink-182. And I just wanted to tell Jeff I appreciate his concern with Matt Skiba, because I am a die-hard Alkaline Trio fan.
Nice.
And that made me think, like, okay, people had some opinions about the new Blink material with Matt Skiba. I personally loved it. I know. Hot take. So my question to you guys is this. What band or musician whose new stuff seemed controversial did you actually like? Because I love Blink-182 Trio a lot. So, yeah, that's it. Love y'all. Bye.
Thank you, caller.
Thank you, caller. I could not like point out the Skiba influenced Blink stuff. Like, how many records did they do with him?
They did 2.
2?
Yeah.
Did he ever get to sing by himself on a song?
Yeah.
He did?
He'd sing verses, hooks, yeah. Mark would like sing melody or whatever.
But he was just probably singing about like bats and stuff. Like when it was his turn to sing, he'd be like coffins and bats and scary things. Like
singing about San Diego, you know?
Well, he's a Chicago
Scariest
boy.
city of all.
Well, you know, the other two are from San Diego, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I'm trying to think. This is a tough question, right? Like,
yeah.
I think of a band, like a major band. That maybe went in a radically different direction, or some sort of personnel shakeup that they wound up being better for it. I feel like that kind of dramatic shit doesn't happen anymore since like Fleetwood Mac, like that. You know, like who else has that happened to?
Yeah, I can't think of
Or like
a
Van
dramatic
Halen, right? Like
sound.
I'm like looking through the Albummer episodes to see if I can find anything. Metallica's Saint Anger. Yeah, how does anyone feel about that one? Because I like
people fucking
Metallica's
despise Saint Anger.
I like Garage Inc. a lot, and I think that's like a little bit looked down upon, but it's just covers, so I think people are like don't really consider it that much. But I like it a lot. Right. So,
the Linkin Park album Minutes to Midnight, I know not a lot of people like, but I really enjoy, mostly because of the song Bleed It Out.
Okay.
How about Green Day's Father of All Motherfuckers?
Hey, you're a big Green Day
everyone
head, right?
fucking hates that fucking album too. I think like
that's what that's the question. Like, does anyone like the ones that everyone hates?
Yeah, I don't think anyone liked that one.
What about Kids Bop 3? All right, Albummer's not helping.
Oh shit!
Shout out to Albummer.
Also, but like I also think like
Kids Bop 3.
I also think that's the thing, right? Like you don't I feel like you don't find all of a sudden a fan base becomes split over something like that, besides maybe one or two very specific examples.
I don't like Steely Dan's like newer stuff nearly as much as I like their older stuff, and that's the stuff where they started winning Grammys and stuff. So
really?
Yeah, like Two Against Nature. The Cousin Dupree, that song's okay, but other than that, I could kind of really leave most of this. Give me the older Steely Dan.
Okay.
Fart ass in the chat says that the new Mars Volta is very underrated, or I'm sorry, not underrated. Radical departure.
I mean, it's been a long time, so I kind of was expecting that.
I messed with a lot of Iron Maiden as a kid, up until like Fear of the Dark, I think, and like everything past that, like we're talking, 90s on, I just could not get into whatsoever. But there's still some popular stuff, They're still selling albums, I guess, but I just, I can't get into it. But anything earlier, like in the 80s, I'm like totally down with.
Yeah, I've caught wind of that a little bit. Fan base, little split over that.
Yeah.
Propaganda Panda, excuse me, in the chat says, I can't stand Mesmerize and Hypnotize. System of a Down. I thought those were good. I thought those were both good.
Okay. Yeah. I thought they were fine.
Yeah.
I feel this way also about Andrew Lloyd Webber. Like his early stuff, new stuff. Ugh. Andrew,
Cats too,
fan.
some bullshit.
Yeah. Fair enough.
I don't think
assuming there's a
Phantom
Cats
needed a sequel.
Yeah, or a prequel.
Wait, there was a prequel? Oh my god.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying shit now. I'm just making stuff up. Just lying now.
All right. Thank you, caller. We'll do one more, and then we got to go. Jason, take us home.
Let's do the long one. How about for free?
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? So I'm driving in my car and I just thought of something. One time when I was younger, I was living with my parents, and they received an Xbox 360 in the mail. It was a mystery. Nobody knew where this Xbox 360 came from. So, but it had my dad's name on it. And he's like, I never ordered an Xbox 360. So,
Sure he did.
they didn't play games, but I did. So I just kept the Xbox. And we never found out why it got shipped to them. They never paid for it or anything. It was
Wow. All right.
It was great. So my question, have you guys ever gotten anything free like that? Any just random free thing that maybe wasn't meant for you, but you kept it anyway? Okay, see ya. Bye.
I mean, thank you, caller. What are you going to do with that? Are you going to return it to the cops? Yeah,
Right.
come on, that's yours. It's yours. Their
Pretty much,
Xbox.
yeah.
You know.
Huh.
I tell this story a lot. When it was like 2004, and like flat screen, widescreen LCD TVs were like hitting the market. And if you recall, if you're old enough to remember, Sharp Aquos TVs were like the ones to get back then, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So I saved up a bunch of money, and I bought myself a 27-inch Sharp LCD refurbished HD TV. It could barely do 1080p. Like that was the thing. It was like only sometimes was like the
when it was in the mood.
To my house arrives a 42-inch LCD.
Whoa, that's
And
more
I'm
than
like,
27.
That's a lot more than 27. Went over the paperwork, checked the credit card. Hey, I just got all those inches for free, baby.
Oh,
Yeah, free inches, baby.
The best kind of inches are free inches. You know what I mean?
Someone's paying for those inches, but not you.
Not me.
I think the best instance of this is like a server accidentally delivered like an appetizer I didn't order to my table.
Yeah.
And then I already took a bite of it, so they couldn't necessarily take it back.
That's the best. Because that's happened to everybody.
Yeah.
That's happened to everybody at some point. We're like, calamari? And you're like, no. And like, they already put it
So
down.
you order calamari. Someone probably went
think
to the
it's-
bathroom. Yeah, set it down.
I think the rule is if the person puts it down
Yeah.
and the plate
all bets are
touches
off.
your table, all bets are off. It is yours.
Yeah,
it is enter your breath space.
They don't even feel good about taking it and giving it to someone else. No, you can't do that now. It's
No.
yes, you're right. It's
It's
the
yours.
breath zone. Absolutely.
Because then
And
like
the-
the
and the
server
reaction's
will
always
do like
like,
that. Whoa.
Oh, all right. Have it, you know?
That's just breakage. Is that
the
what
best.
breakage is?
100% that's what breakage is.
Let's go. All right, Jan's
I don't
got
know.
free appetizers. Can anyone?
This has happened, but I'm struggling to remember a good example of it. I don't know. At a certain point, I also feel like I'm on the other side of that where I bought an expensive laptop and it broke, and I'm like I was like hesitant about just doing my warranty to get it replaced, and then I did do it, and then it broke in the same way again, and I'm like kind of like, well, I'm just gonna write this one off. I just failed at picking a laptop, and this is on me now. And that makes up for any time I've gotten stuff for free. Honestly, when you factor that in, I probably have like given up more to like just my laziness than the stuff I've gotten for free.
Charity. It's charity work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, charity to corporations.
Sometimes we would have to work to get the free stuff. We wouldn't have to pay money for it, meaning that it was stolen. Behind the swimming pool, the public swimming pool, there were storm drains that led to like the waterways under, the streets and shit. And
Sure.
we would go in there and just fuck around. And we finally, climbed up one particular like ladder, opened it up, and it was behind Shopco, but it was in an enclosed area. And that's where they stored all of their soda. So we had free soda all summer long.
Wow.
We would sneak in there and covertly take our fucking soda and sneak it back through the sewer.
Hell yeah.
If we're talking about stuff that I've stolen, like there's a list.
Then that's just
there is a big story of something I stole. I'm not comfortable telling that one yet. We'll get there eventually. Yeah,
I want to
just
know.
hearts. Yeah, we will get there eventually. I promise. It'll have to probably be like after a film in 40s or something.
Sure.
But I've told this before, like stealing the box of burgers from Burger King when I worked there, and then we just grilled those all summer long. There's frozen burgers, which is all
Yo,
yeah,
sure,
it was
right?
really,
Yeah,
it was
hell
it was
yeah.
it was a good summer.
Yeah, the spirit of the call was like accidental free, not
Sure, absolutely.
stealing.
That's why I didn't
Sure,
I didn't go right to my
Just
big crimes, my larceny.
Oh yeah, just your felonies aside. Yeah, that's okay. Huh. Looking forward to that one. All right. Very good, my friends. I think that just about does it for this episode of the Voicemail Dump Truck. The phone number, 707-EXIT-FLU. That is how you leave a voicemail. That is how you get on this program. That is how we talk about your questions and problems and whatever you have that you want to tell us. We will be back with a brand new episode in 1 week's time. Jeff Grubb, Jason A. Stryker, Jan Ochoa, and the fifth host of the show. That's you, chat. That's you, voicemail leavers. Thank you so much. See you next time.